One of our staff members is having cataract surgery this week. And because a lot of people have had that surgery already, they're telling her what she can expect. And at first, when they said, "Oh, wait till you have that surgery. You don't know what you're in for." She said, oh no. Is it going to hurt?" And they said, "Well, no, not physically at all. But what's going to hurt is when you look around your house and you realize how dirty it's been this whole time without you knowing it." Which reminds me of what it's like when spring comes and I do one of my favorite things. Take the car to get it kind of detailed, go to the car wash, get it really cleaned, and then spend some time in the driveway really cleaning the windows so that they're completely crystal sparkling clear. But when I do that, I usually go on the outside and clean, then the inside, and then I realize when I'm on the inside, oh, there's a smudge still on the outside, and then I go to the outside, then I go back to the inside, and then I finally, after all of that effort, get it really clear and clean, just like I was hoping for. And then I'm driving and enjoying the view, and then I turn west into the sun. And there it is. All those specks and all those blemishes that I did not see. And that is because light is what allows us to see clearly. It is true physically, and it is true spiritually as well. It is the light that allows us to see all the stuff that we would miss if it were dimmer. So John the Baptist today is saying to everyone, "Come, see clearly. Let me wash you. Let me rinse the film off of your vision. Let me rinse off the residue. Clean your inner windows. Polish your inner windows inside and out so you can see what's going on outside and inside." Every time we baptize a baby, and we had a baptism at Mass here not that long ago, one of the beautiful rituals is to light a candle off of the Paschal candle, which is the tall candle that we keep back by the baptismal font. But we will move up here tomorrow for Helen Shevlin's funeral. She died at 93. And we always light that candle and move it around the church for the big events. It's the candle that represents the light that can never be extinguished. It is the light of Christ. So we take part of the flame of that light and we hand it to the parents and the godparents of the one being baptized, and we say, "Receive the light of Christ." This light is meant to be kept burning brightly in your life because it illuminates the pathway forward. This is the light that will allow you to see. It's kind of like a flashlight on a dark journey. You get to use it to sweep in front of you so that the path is as lit up as it can be. Because life is life, you don't get to see things fully illuminated like in a stadium, but you have enough light to go forward one step at a time. One of the most important journeys we make with that light is a journey inside to see what's going on within. St. Teresa of Avila is one of the great saints, one of the great thinkers of the church. She's a doctor of the church. And she has this great image for that inner journey. She says that every person is like a giant mansion with many, many rooms and many, many corridors. So big that there are rooms that we've never been in. Some of us experience even corridors, whole parts of our mansion that we've never been inside. And so one of the images she gives about this mansion is that it's almost like hosting a party with many different guests. And all of the guests are staying over in the mansion. And the guests are all different parts of us, of our personalities. So as you're getting to move around the inner mansion, you'll find an angry person. You'll find a sad person. You'll find a really opinionated person. You'll find a kind of obnoxious person. Maybe a lonely person, a worried person, all the different types of people. And all of them represent aspects of you and me. They're parts of us. And what happens is that sometimes we realize, oh, I've never gotten to know that part of me. Sometimes we think, I would rather not know that part of me. But if that guest is inside the mansion, we need to know. Have you ever gotten into a fight with someone and said something that you didn't mean? And afterwards you think, whoa, where did that come from? Where did that come from? I don't even mean that. That's from one of the guests. And the goal for us would be that we don't allow there to be rooms in the mansion that we haven't gone in, even if they're dark, even if we're not sure we like the guest inside. We have to have that light, the light of Christ that illuminates the path, and we need to open that door and look inside and be willing to get to know that part of ourselves. The way John the Baptist says it is, prepare the way of the Lord. Use that light to go ahead and open the door and see what we find. The kingdom of heaven, he says, is at hand. Every time we open the door, we proclaim, the kingdom of heaven is at hand, so don't let the darkness make you afraid. The kingdom of heaven goes with you when you bring the light of Christ anywhere. So this week, we are experiencing more darkness than last week. That's part of Advent. Every day, a little darker. And we've had a very mild fall, but Advent is doing a good job reminding us, no, this is meant to be a kind of gloomy time of year. It's meant to be dark. It's meant to have short days, and often the sunlight is filtered like we're looking through cataracts. But as dark as it's getting outside, we are being asked what we're willing to do inside this week. Could we use the light that allows us to see to go into a room that we haven't been in yet? What rooms does God want you to see this week, or me to see? What guests do we need to be introduced to in the mansion? If you liked the idea of the windshield being an image to use, if we turn toward the light this week, what are we going to see in the windshield that we thought was clean enough? We thought it was clean. We thought it was fine. But if we turn toward the light, what would be there that we want to know about? A lot of times we turn away from what's difficult to look at or what we wish were not true. But we're being encouraged by John the Baptist today not to do that. Baptism gives us the light of Christ, this divine flashlight, so that we don't need to be afraid, so that we can see. So let's not be afraid this week to go within, to see who and what we find there.